Hello everyone, and welcome to the Black Gold Homestead channel. In today's video I'm going to be planting up a succulent arrangement with these succulents here in front of me, and we're going to be putting it in this clay pot here. It's not too deep, but it is nice and long, and if you look in the bottom you will see the drainage holes. It has one on either side. And I've already put shale and gravel in here to cover the holes and add extra drainage. And so let's just start planting this up. Now the soil mix that I have to put in is a regular potting mix, but I added, the soil mix I have is a regular potting mix, but I added sand, perlite, and vermiculite to it to increase the drainage, which is important for certain plants so that they don't get root rot. So we'll add this in here. Find out what level. Now, the plants I'm going to be using for this arrangement are actually mainly aloes. I have 3 different aloes here, but this one you can see got a little bit sunburnt on the edges, but that'll be okay. Now, one tip that I would like to mention is to take your pot and just rock it a little bit to settle all the dirt in. And let's see if that's deep enough. I think that looks pretty good. So now I have to make a decision of what to place where in the arrangement. And this arrangement will probably be backed up against a window. So I think I want the tallest piece in the back here, the Silesia probably. And then I'll work out around it with my other plants. This is a Senecio serpens, which is a relative of the string of pearls, actually. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit more soil now. Just going to work it up the sides so that there's no air pockets around the root ball. Looks pretty well centered. Then I think I'm going to go on the sides of this with these 2 aloes. So you'll see how that looks. This one got a little bit sunburnt, but it's in good shape and it'll recover quickly. This is a Aloe Rahui, new variety that I've never grown, so we'll see how it does. Go ahead and take off this one. Alright, so I will plant this up and then I will continue the video afterwards. right now I'm smushing down the root ball to make it more flat so that it'll more easily fit down in this space in the pot. And this is another aloe that I just placed called the hedgehog aloe right here. And then I don't think I'm going to have a spiller in this arrangement, so I'm thinking that I'm going to flank each side of the hedgehog aloe with a echeveria and a graptopetalum. But I may need to run upstairs to grab a few more plants. And this is an echeveria black prince. It's a nice little plant. And I think I'm going to work it in on this side of the arrangement here. And don't be afraid to loosen up your root balls some and knock some old dirt off to make them fit into the new containers. They store water in their leaves and they'll be fine usually. I've never really had any problems in doing that. Now it's kind of going to look a little bit strange right now because these variegated string of button plants on each side are quite small, but they will grow up and make a nice little clump and add more height into the arrangement here once they are larger. Mix up a little bit of the soil. Now this plant here is a graptopetalum, which is similar to the echeverias, but a little bit different. And I want to place it in this front corner of the arrangement here. And hopefully this aloe will grow up and you will be able to, well, actually, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to switch around this graptopetalum and this aloe plant. So I have to remove the string of buttons, and that's okay to do. If you don't feel like something is looking the way you wanted it to in the arrangement, go ahead and move them around and get the placement that you like before you add your finishing touches, and that way you'll be happy with your outcome. Okay, so I'm going to use this aloe here now in the front corner of my arrangement, and hopefully once I get this container placed where I want it, this aloe won't be in as much direct sun and it won't be as burnt looking. It'll recover. It's not too bad looking though. So as you can see now, the arrangement is starting to shape together quite nice and is looking quite full. But there's a couple more small plants that I'm going to add in here, and we'll continue the video once we get that done. Alright guys, so I have all of the plants now placed in this arrangement, and you'll see that my centerpiece is once again the Senecio serpens, and on this side I have an aloe, and this is a graptopetalum with a string of buttons crassula on either side of those, and they're still small but they will grow up and fill in the sides. Back here I have a Sympivernum hens and chicks species, a black prince echeveria, another echeveria species, another aloe, a hedgehog aloe, and then another echeveria. So now I will come in and fill in with my soil any holes that are in here. And for this particular arrangement, I will not be adding a top dress since it is quite full and packed in here. I don't feel that is a necessary step to take. So I will work in the soil and firm everything in. But let me mention real quick before you do that, sometimes it's just a good idea to take your arrangement and rock it on the hard surface, and that will settle the soil in around the root balls of the plants. Okay. This arrangement, because it is newly potted up, and some of the plants were pruned a little bit on their roots, I won't be watering it in for probably close to 2 weeks, but it'll all depend on how the plants are handling the repotting and whether or not they need water. But the reason why you do that is to allow the roots to callus over, because succulents and cactuses especially, unlike many other plants, are prone to root rot. So that's why it is an important step to allow the roots in the stems to callus over after repotting, so that there is no damage done to them. Alright, so I will finish up filling in the dirt, and then we will give you one final shot of the arrangement. Alright guys, so I packed in all of the soil and the arrangement is now complete. And I hope that you liked it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below and give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching us here on the Black Gold Homestead channel, and have a great day.